All right, ladies and gentlemen, to start off this show, I got kind of a weird topic for us to lead things off. It's a very very odd one. To be honest, I've never heard anything like this in my 28 years on this earth. So apparently, in New York, according to an article by Fox News, and as always, any references I make to articles and whatnot, you will find the sources in the description of wherever you're listening to this podcast. Excuse me. So, apparently in New York, if you want to buy a can of whipped cream, like whipped cream that you got to put on cakes and cookies and pies and all that shit. If you want to buy a can of whipped cream, you got to be 21 and up. You're going to get, according to this article, businesses are going to start carding people to buy cans of whipped cream. They're treating a dairy product, a dessert, like it's a case of beer or a bottle of whiskey. My head hurts just thinking about this. and for those of you that don't know why, it's because teenagers have been using for years. Actually, I'm 28. I'm aware of this. I've never partaken or partook in it, but I am aware of this. They use these whipped cream cans to get high because of the gases and the aerosols and the whatnot inside of the can. I don't know how they do it personally without getting whipped cream in their mouth, but that's neither here nor there. The problem with that is doing this leads to serious health complications in the future, and even death. Now, for the record, I'm not trying to make light, make fun, make jokes, or make a serious topic like this very goofy. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to, like, that part, leave that on the other side of the coin here. Because that's a serious topic and we need to figure out how to fix it. And it's going to take more than just saying kids should stop being stupid. But that's another story for another day. I'm here to comment on this stupid shit of trying to card people to buy cans of whipped cream. That's not how to go about fixing this problem. That's not how to go about this. Why? Number one, if a teenager or like somebody that does this, that's under 21, wants to actually partake in sucking on whipped cream cans, they're going to find a way around it, folks. Like, it's going to happen. And I'm not trying to speak up on, like, underage drinking, drug use, whatnot. I'm not trying to advocate for it. That's the word. I'm sorry. Advocate for that. Because that's bad. That's very bad. But if you just think about it as a logical person, these kids have been figuring this out with alcohol for years. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out, people. So if a kid really wants to suck on a whipped cream can, they're gonna get it. But if they don't want to bother with that, there are also tons of other drugs in the world, folks. Tons of other drugs, including a fentanyl problem that's gone way off the rails. And the fact that we're worrying about whipped cream cans over fentanyl is mind-boggling to me, but that's, again, another story. We're settling on this, or we're working on this. Two, how I see this new law, how I see it in the grand scheme of things, and I wrote this in an article, I see this as almost like trying to put a piece of Scotch tape on a very leaky pipe. Think about it. Scotch tape, very weak. Leaky pipe, probably going to break the Scotch tape or find a way around it. So, if you take the water as the teenagers and the Scotch tape as this shitty law, they're going to find a way around it. It's not going to do anything. And all the government's doing is just trying to make it look like they're doing something, but at the same time, not putting as much effort into fixing the problem. They're like, oh, hey, we care about this. Let's slap this very shitty, very easy to get around law, very problematic law, and it should fix everything, which it won't. But that's the society we live in. Third point I want to make is, could you imagine the conversation between a cashier or even a grocery store employee to a customer saying that I need to card you if you want to buy this whipped cream, that would be the funniest thing in the entire world. I think every cashier, every grocery store employee should be mic'd up throughout New York, should be mic'd up so that we could hear that exchange whenever that happens. It should be like on national TV. It should be like on America's Funniest Home Videos. Because I think that's A, you're going to have a lot of Karens going off on them. And B, you're going to have a lot of funny exchange. Well, maybe few, because I don't really trust people. I think there's going to be a lot more people pissed off about being carded for whipped cream than making jokes. But there'll be a few here and there making jokes. Anyway, bottom line is those exchanges would be freaking hilarious. But in the end, though, will this work? I don't think so. It's not going to. It's not worthwhile. It's not like a groundbreaking thing. Hell, I'm talking about it on here, so obviously there's holes in this law or in this ruling. If I'm talking about it here and I'm picking at it, like one by one, you know that New York has to go back to the drawing board with this. And you know that if this goes out to the rest of the country, the entire country is just going to become a laughingstock. We give a shit about whipped cream cans more than we do actual problems. And I don't mean to get all political about this, but there are more problems at hand than this. We need better parenting. We need better this. We need better that. This is not the problem we're looking for, people. This is not the solution we're looking for. Like, Jesus Christ, let's get a grip as a society. Fuck.